Now we move on once again. China's top diplomat Wang Yi heads to Europe this week in a bid to strengthen relations with the European Union amid rising global uncertainty and growing strains with the United States. His tour includes stops in Brussels, Paris and Berlin, with Beijing describing EU-China ties as an anchor of stability in a world it says is shaken by unilateralism and bullying. The comments, seen as a swipe at US President Donald Trump's policies, come as China attempts to position itself as a multilateral partner, even while tensions deepen over trade, security and Beijing support for Moscow. In Brussels, Wang will meet EU diplomacy chief Kaja Kallas for high-level strategic talks. In Germany, he'll hold talks with Foreign Minister Johann Wadephul, his first visit under Berlin's new conservative government. And in France, he'll meet Foreign Minister Jean-Noël Barrot. Ukraine will be a key topic, with European officials pressuring China to push Russia towards a peace deal. While Beijing claims neutrality, Western governments say China has enabled Moscow with economic and diplomatic support. Trade tensions are also boiling. Europe faces a $357 billion trade deficit with China, and frustration is growing over what Brussels calls unfair practices. After the EU imposed tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles, Beijing hit back, including with duties on French cognac. A deal on cognac is reportedly in the works, but still awaiting final Chinese approval. Tensions spiked again this month as the EU banned Chinese firms from government purchases of medical devices worth over €5 million, a market valued at €150 billion. We move over to Australasia now, where the jury has retired to deliberate in Australia's high-profile mushroom murder trial. Erin Patterson stands accused of murdering 3 family members using death cap mushrooms hidden in a beef Wellington dish. The victims, her estranged husband's parents, Don and Gail Patterson, and his aunt, Heather Wilkinson, died from organ failure days after the meal in July of 2023. A 4th guest, Pastor Ian Wilkinson, survived after spending weeks in hospital. Prosecutors say Patterson foraged for the deadly mushrooms, prepared the meal deliberately, and then destroyed the evidence. Security footage shows her dumping a dehydrator that later tested positive for mushroom traces. Patterson denies the murder. Her defense argues the poisoning was a terrible accident. They claim she panicked, lied to the police, and made herself vomit after eating the same dish. The judges instructed the jury to reach a unanimous verdict on each of the 4 charges. Deliberations will continue during court hours, with the jury sequestered overnight. This 10-week trial has captivated Australia, sparking media frenzy and public fascination. The verdict could decide if Patterson spends the rest of her life in prison.